25 a.m. and sunset is at 8:09 p.m.
This week is Hurricane Preparedness Week, and today's Hurricane Preparedness Week message is know your risks from water and wind. In North Carolina, hurricanes are not just a coastal problem. Dangerous impacts from tropical systems can occur hundreds of miles inland. Flooding from heavy rain is one of the greatest threats to life across our state, and storm surge remains the leading cause of hurricane-related deaths along the coast. Storm surge is ocean water pushed ashore by strong winds. It can flood entire neighborhoods, damage buildings, wash out roads, and move several miles inland along rivers and estuaries. At the same time, extreme rainfall can cause deadly flooding far from the coast, even in areas that do not normally flood, and these conditions can last for several days after a storm passes. Hurricanes, tropical storms, and even tropical depressions can also produce destructive winds, power outages, fallen trees, and tornadoes. Rip currents and dangerous surf can along our beaches even when a storm is hundreds of miles away. It's also important to remember that hurricane category only measures wind. It does not tell you how much rain will fall or how high storm surge may be. In fact, water accounts for 90% of direct deaths from tropical systems. Hurricane Florence made landfall in North Carolina as a Category 1 storm, yet caused historic flooding across much of the state. Know if you live in a flood-prone area. Know your evacuation zone and understand the risks where you live before the next storm threatens.
The current time is 5:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
That's actually rather detailed.
Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for central North Carolina. For today and tonight.
This week is Hurricane Preparedness Week, and the message today is simple. The best time to prepare is before hurricane season begins. Don't wait until a storm is already approaching. Start now by building an evacuation plan. Decide where you would go, how you would get there, and plan more than one route. Your destination could be a friend or a relative outside flood-prone areas. Make sure your plan includes pets, and if you don't have transportation, check with local officials about available options. If you live in coastal North Carolina, it's especially important to understand your storm surge risk. Storm surge is ocean water pushed inland by strong hurricane winds, and it's one of the leading causes of hurricane-related deaths. Storm surge can flood roads, damage homes, and cut off evacuation routes very quickly. That's why it's critical to know your evacuation zone through North Carolina's Know Your Zone program and be ready to leave if officials issue an evacuation order. Next, assemble disaster supplies for both the storm and the aftermath. Have enough non-perishable food, water, medication, flashlights, batteries, and cash to last at least 3 days, longer if possible. Power and water outages can continue for weeks after a hurricane. Now is also the time for an insurance checkup. Standard homeowners and renters insurance does not cover flooding, and standard insurance requires a 30-day waiting period. Take photos of your belongings and store important documents in a safe place. You can also strengthen your home now by trimming trees, securing loose outdoor items, and reinforcing garage doors and windows. Prepare today so you and your family are ready when the next storm threatens. Visit readync.gov and knowyourzone.nc.gov to learn more.
There was no precipitation since midnight.
This week is Hurricane Preparedness Week, and today's message is understand forecast information and know what to do when alerts are issued. When a tropical system threatens North Carolina, there's an important information available days in advance. Forecasts from the National Hurricane Center and your local National Weather Service office provide details about a storm's track, rainfall, wind speed, flooding risk, and potential impacts. Make sure you rely on trusted sources and always check for the latest updates. It's also important to understand the difference between a watch and a warning. A watch means conditions are possible. This is the time to prepare. A warning means conditions are expected or already happening. This is the time to take action. Remember, dangerous weather can occur far outside the forecast cone. The cone only only shows the possible path of the storm's center. Impacts like heavy rain, tornadoes, storm surge, and damaging winds often extend well beyond it. Even tropical storm force winds can knock down trees, damage homes, and cause widespread power outages. These winds usually arrive hours before the center of the storm, which is why emergency officials complete evacuations before conditions deteriorate. Be sure wireless emergency alerts are enabled on your phone, and consider having a NOAA Weather Radio for backup information if power or internet service is lost. Stay connected to trusted sources like the National Hurricane Center, the National Weather Service, local emergency management, and local media partners. Understanding forecasts and acting alerts can help you and your family stay safe this hurricane season.
The current time is 10:24 p.m. Storm is at 6:21 a.m.
This week is Hurricane Preparedness Week, and today's message is, when a storm is forecast to impact your area, take action immediately. If a hurricane or tropical storm is approaching North Carolina, now is the time to protect your home and finalize your plans. Bring loose outdoor items inside, secure exterior doors, and board up windows if needed. Move your vehicle to a safe location. If evacuations become necessary, unplug small appliances and be prepared to shut off utilities if instructed by local officials. Make sure your emergency supplies and go bags are ready. Include medications, chargers, hygiene items, important documents, and enough food and water to last several days. Keep your phone fully charged and your vehicle fueled or charged in case you need to leave quickly. Don't forget supplies for your pets either. Check on neighbors who may need extra assistance, especially older adults and those with limited mobility. Sharing forecast information and helping someone prepare or evacuate can make a life-saving difference. Always follow evacuation orders from local officials. Leaving early helps keep you from becoming trapped by worsening conditions. Across inland areas of North Carolina, flooding is the deadliest hurricane hazard. Storms like Hurricane Matthew and Hurricane Florence cause historic flooding far from the coast. Even tropical storms can produce life-threatening rainfall. If roads near your home flood during heavy rain, they are likely to flood during a tropical system. Never drive through floodwaters. Just 6 inches of water moving can knock an adult off their feet, and 2 feet of water can carry away most vehicles. When a storm threatens, think flooding, act early, and stay informed to protect yourself and your family.
The current time is a.m.
This week is Hurricane Preparedness Week, and today's message is, stay protected during the storm. Whether you have evacuated or are sheltering in place, continue to monitor forecasts and follow instructions from local officials. Conditions can change quickly during a hurricane or tropical storm. If flooding or storm surge threatens your area, move to higher ground immediately and stay away from flooded roads and damaged bridges. Never drive through floodwaters. Even a foot of moving water can carry away a vehicle, and the road beneath the water may already be washed out. If water begins rising inside your home, move to a higher floor. If necessary, go to the roof and call 911. Destructive winds can also be life-threatening. The safest place during high winds is in an interior room away from windows with as many walls between you and the outside as possible. If an extreme wind warning is issued, take shelter immediately and remain there until conditions improve. Have multiple ways to receive weather alerts, including wireless emergency alerts and NOAA Weather Radio. Tornadoes can develop quickly in a hurricane and sometimes far from the storm center, so be ready to seek shelter if a warning is issued. Even inland areas far from the coast can experience dangerous flooding during tropical systems. Avoid unnecessary travel unless officials order evacuation, and as always, follow designated evacuation routes. Stay alert, stay sheltered, and continue listening to trusted officials until the storm has passed.
The current time is 8:13 p.m.
This week is Hurricane Preparedness Week, and today's message is, stay alert after the storm passes. Even when skies turn blue, dangers remain. Nearly half of hurricane-related fatalities occur after the storm. If you evacuated, return home only when local officials say it's safe. Conditions along roads and in neighborhoods may still be hazardous. As you return, watch for downed power lines, gas leaks, unstable trees, and structural damage. If you smell gas, leave immediately and call 911. Never touch or drive over downed power lines, and avoid walking or driving through floodwaters. Just 1 foot of moving water can carry away a vehicle, and floodwaters may contain hidden debris, chemicals, or dangerous animals. Rivers and creeks can continue rising for days after a storm. Clean up safely and take frequent breaks. Heat, stress, and overexertion after storms can lead to serious health risks. Check on neighbors, especially older adults and others who may need extra assistance. If you are using a portable generator, remember this. Never operate it inside your home or garage, even if doors or windows are open. Always place generators outside at least 20 feet from doors and windows to prevent deadly carbon monoxide poisoning. Emergency responders and communication systems may be limited after a storm. Use text messages or social media when possible to contact family members. Along the North Carolina coast, dangerous surf and rip currents can continue even after a storm moves away. If caught in a rip current, stay calm and swim parallel to the shoreline until free. Stay cautious, stay informed, and continue listening to local officials as your community recovers after the storm.
The current time is 8:30 a.m. The low temperature was 50. There was no precipitation since midnight.
As Hurricane Preparedness Week comes to a close, today's message is simple. Take action today. Hurricane season begins June 1st, and now is the time to make sure you and your family are ready before the next storm develops. Start by understanding your risk from wind, flooding, tornadoes, storm surge, and extended power outages. Remember, hurricane impacts are felt far beyond the coast and can affect communities anywhere across North Carolina. Review your emergency plans with your family. Make sure everyone knows where to go if evacuation becomes necessary and how to stay in contact if communication systems are disrupted. Check your disaster supply kit and replace expired items. Confirm you have enough food, water, medications, and supplies to last several days after the storm. Take time to review your insurance coverage, document important belongings, and make plans for pets. If you live in a flood-prone or coastal area, be sure you know your evacuation zone and understand when to leave as officials issue an order. Stay connected to trusted sources like the National Weather Service, the National Hurricane Center, your local emergency management officials, and local TV meteorologists. Understand forecasts and alerts help make timely decisions when storms threaten. Even if you are already prepared, there is always more you can do. Preparation today helps protect your family tomorrow. Visit readync.gov for preparedness checklists, evacuation information, and resources to help you stay ready this hurricane season.
The current time is 11:18 p.m.
And this portion of the video here just about does it for all 7 of the Hurricane Preparedness Week messages of 2026.